All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping in to watch. Hope you all can hear me okay. I tried one audio test and I think I got it to where you can hear me okay. I hope. Um, a quick description of the problem. I think that technical interviews for software engineering is broken by design. I mean, if you go to LeetCode, they often have you solve, algorithmic tests, uh, you know, creating linked lists, inverting binary trees, you know, weird stuff like that. And I don't think that's a good reflection of what software engineers do from day to day. Software engineers from day to day are building REST APIs. They are building um, web pages. They're building real world stuff to solve real world problems. So I think that those software engineering interviews should reflect that, and that how we can make this happen fairly is if somebody with software engineering knowledge conducts the interview and then certifies the individual as, hey, I interviewed this person and here's what they're good at. Make that information private and then have recruiters pay me to give them that information so that they actually skip a whole step because they can see if you have technical chops or not. All right, I see Eddie says that he can hear. Awesome. So that's the problem that I've been trying to solve. I'm using a Python web framework called Flask. Flask is a fairly minimal um, web framework. What I found is compared to Java, Flask is slow. Like in terms of runtime, like if you did any benchmarking, you'd find that Flask is order of magnitude slower. The trade-off, though, is Flask Python code is really quick to write. So what I'm thinking of right now is build the prototype in Flask, deploy an MVP in the next month or two, and then if the project grows, then like the 2.0 version of this web application or any like additional like web services or REST API services will be written in Java or maybe even in Rust for when I want something a little more permanent. But when I want to like make really quick changes and not have to write very much code, uh, even though it's slower, I reach for Python personally. So um, anyway, what I've got so far, just got my simple little app.py file. I've just got a basic hello world route. So now I have a development server running. And there it is, hello world. So we're going to start building this out. Um, so for anybody who's played with the Python to Django framework before, this might look a little familiar. We've got HTML with these things called blocks. See, um, this is not the Django templating system, but it's inspired by the Django templating system. It's called Jinja. I have no idea why they name these things the way they do, but that's how they're named. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and probably increase the size just in case there's some difficulty reading. Um, hopefully that just made it a little easier. I'm going to update the highlighting to Jinja HTML here. So what I did was I created the base HTML file. I want to be able to insert my own metadata on each page that I create. I want to be able to put in custom styling when I want. I want to be able to put in my own navigations when I want because I think this is going to get switched out depending on your role. Like for example, if you're a guest, you're going to get one menu. If you're a recruiter and you're registered, you're going to get another menu. And yet again, if you are a software engineer looking for work, looking to get certified, you're going to get a different menu on the top of the website. Same with content. Content's going to be different with each page. And then at the bottom, if we want to add some JavaScript for some what I call progressive enhancement, then that's where it goes. Progressive enhancement means that the website should still work and operate fine without JavaScript. So, like if you disable JavaScript in the browser, uh, my website won't complain, but it just makes things a little more performant. So we'll see. I may switch out the script block with HTMX later. We'll see. HTMX is a way to do a lot of the most common JavaScript things as HTML attributes, which is pretty cool. It really expands on the idea, the dream of hypermedia, which HTML was supposed to bring. So, so this is my base page. I was going to create a public facing page, like just your basic public facing template, and then on top of that, then create our front page. So for public pages, I know that I want a public navigation, so I created this. Again, I'm going to need to Jinja HTML. Right now, I've noticed that unless I use like .j2 at the end of the file, it's not going to immediately recognize, oh, this is a template. So let's see what else have I got. I'm using Bootstrap for the styling. Um, So for those who are not familiar with Bootstrap, it's just a very common way to make your make your CSS look okay. So let's try to go for instrumental music. The lyrics were just starting to get distracting. I just want a nice lyric music. Um, anyway, so Bootstrap I think is great. Like if you already know how to use it, or if you're starting out and don't know about build processes. But if you've been working with Node.js for a while, then I actually recommend Tailwind. Tailwind lets you just do a lot of HTML attributes because the styling has already been defined for you, which I think is really nice. So, as you can see, as they add code, it starts looking nicer and nicer. A lot of people really like it. So, um, anyway, I'm using Bootstrap just because I know it. And that's the thing is, as a solopreneur, I'm starting with just what I know, and then I learn later as I build more. So, for example, I'm using Python because I know Python. I'm using Flask because I know Flask. I'm using Bootstrap because I know Bootstrap. Um, if this is to succeed in the long run, I probably will need a mobile application, like a native mobile application, in which case I probably will be going for Flutter, just because I know some Flutter, but not enough to be like production ready yet. But we can fix that in the near future. I've also been learning Swift, so I may just make a native iPhone app first. We'll see. So that's what I'm up to here. So without further ado, I'm going to just keep coding. Occasionally, we'll check the chat, see if there are questions. Um, and we will see what happens. Um, let's just see. 6-2 Rodriguez music, please. I don't know what that is. YouTube is really picky about copyright music. So I picked this music specifically because I could have this music is copyright free. That's why I chose it. So, um, let's see if I can find. Gonna just I'm just gonna loop this one in particular for a little bit. But anyway, all right. Without further ado, I'm going to try to make a public-facing web page. My goal is to make just something where we get like a nice looking front page with basic navigation and a basic explanation of the purpose of the website. I don't know if I'll have graphics or not, but if we do, I'm going to try to generate just a simple graphic, probably with AI, like using the Diffusion B software that I have. But let's see. Let's see what happens. This will be fun. So I have this the docs open because I'm just going to be looking up how things are made. So the first thing is a menu. I want to make a nice menu. Um, Actually, first I need to have URLs available for the about page and the sign up page. And by the way, that's GitHub Copilot giving me these autocomplete suggestions. And I mean, for simple stuff, it's right on the money right now, as you can see. So let's see. I see someone saying, "Josh, would you know how to build for TrueBit?" I haven't tried building for TrueBit yet. I've been wanting to look into it. I just haven't had the time, especially because got a new family member in the home, my first child, and things got really busy. So I've heard it, but I've heard of TrueBit. I've been to a conference where the creators of TrueBit talked about what they were doing. My only hesitation about TrueBit is I'm not hearing anybody stepping up and saying TrueBit solved my problems or TrueBit is working in production. Um, but I did hear that there's a developer preview around the corner if it's not here already. Because I think it was in May when I met the creators of TrueBit and chatted with them for a little bit. For those who don't know, TrueBit is a way to use crypto to pay for compute. So um, I believe it's on the Ethereum network. Um, you pay some token, and um, basically, whoever's spare compute is used gets paid in that crypto, which seems like an interesting idea. Um, I'm a little concerned about the potential for abuse because I would imagine somebody with a pretty significant amount of ether could then just throw up a bot network, run some kind of bot attack, and then as quickly as they come, they go away. But you know, with new technology, there will always be new problems to solve. Technology solves a problem, then some new problems come up, then we need to solve those problems next. I'm sure they'll figure something out iteratively. Maybe it's some kind of trust platform or something. I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, I'm curious enough about TrueBit that I'm keeping half an eye on it. I just haven't had the time lately, unfortunately. But who knows? Maybe I'll try to throw my MVP on a TrueBit instance just to see how well it works, just for the fun of it. All right. So my goal right now is to make a is to make a let's see. So I want to make a public navigation block that's going to be shared across all the public facing pages. And then on top of that, come up with the front page, which is going to display like the purpose of the website, what problem it's trying to solve. And beyond that, we'll see if we have time. So let's see. So this is one where I'm pretty sure the AI got it wrong. It was using a function called path. I'm pretty sure it's URL4. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. All right, so I got a bare HTML page working, but I don't have my CSS styles in here for some reason. I'm a little surprised at that. And if you look in the log down here, you can see we had a 404. I'm a little surprised because I have it in the set. Oh, I know I did. Put in static style. It's looking for static CSS. That's not right. So I need to go to the base right here. Style. All right. Okay. Okay. We're we're getting something kind of sorta. I don't think it all went how I thought it would, but oh well, we'll figure it out. I could have sworn that you get spacing if you put everything inside of a container. Let's see. Okay, that's better. That's better. Let's see. Justify content center. Nav link. Okay. I have a watcher on my. There we go. Let's see how that does. Oh, that's even better. This is much closer to what I'm envisioning. So now, what I want next is um, just get these styles right. So it's nav item, nav link. That's the hierarchy here. So okay. Ta-da! All right. I don't want that menu justified center. I'm gonna change that. There we go. Yeah, gonna keep it like that just for now. Um, All right, here I'm coming up with some images for the front page. So I'm gonna just come up with 8 of these. They're gonna be very simple. Uh, um, Actually, I got a better idea. What have we got here? I mean, he looks sad. He's got the little frowny face, but yeah, it doesn't quite work. So we'll keep generating if we're having trouble getting one that we like. I mean, it looks a little sad, but I mean, that looks sad. That actually looks very sad. I might use this. We'll see. see what that does. Also, I'm gonna turn up the amount of yeah, see how that goes. Okay, there we go. Robot, its arm broke. It's like hanging on by a thread. That could be a candidate for use. These do not look sad. I wanted like a sad, crying robot. Let's see. I just got a warning that I'm dropping frames. Sorry about that. I'll I'll keep things as is for now. Anyway, I guess this was messing things up, but I'm gonna try to create some kind of art later and see what I could come up with. Anyway, I hope the video quality was okay though. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna probably replace this area with like a banner image. I think I'm also gonna go ahead and make this a formal nav bar and have it even set inside the image, like have this be kind of like a full bleed opening. I mean, actually, I could probably get stock image from Unsplash that's like high res, and then make it a responsive image set so that way it can cope with stuff like this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do that. I think for the menu, I want to make it responsive where when it's normal size, it looks like this, but when it's phone sized, it's what we call off canvas, which means it's like the menu kind of slides in. I always like those menus where they visually appear. So, but yeah, um, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day with the actual streaming. I'm gonna do more work on this and then maybe pick this up later. But yeah, this is what some prototyping looks like. We got the base HTML that's reusable across just about everything. We got the public HTML, which is reusable across public pages, I hope. And then I try to work on a front page. And then I try to make sure that the links actually worked for the links that I defined in here for home, about, and sign up. Um, so yeah, part one, I'm trying to make a front page and about page, a sign up slash login page. Then I'm going to create the ability for talent to schedule an interview. Then the ability for talent to be on an interview page where they can have a live interview. Have user profiles that are shareable, that are eventually searchable. Um, for recruiters, I want them to, first process payment to see the private details of what the talent has been pre-certified for. And then after that, a page and eventually a REST API to see those details. Because I would think that some recruiters might want to have a subscription where they have access to talent in real time and get updated data as time goes on. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for joining, and especially those who have survived all the way to the end of this stream. And yeah, I'm open to doing streams like this on occasion on YouTube, or if you want to, we can move it to X, formerly known as Twitter. We can move it to Twitch, or we can move it to LinkedIn. So, or we could just keep it here. I'm honestly flexible about where I stream, and I'm pretty flexible about keeping up with this. But what isn't so flexible is how often the baby's going to need me. So we'll see. But yeah, I think the occasional Friday night or Saturday evening is going to be what it looks like. I think, but I'll plan to schedule ahead of time. Anyway, um, thank you, uh, Unshio Lunacho, and thank you, Eddie. Hope you all have a great night. I will catch you all later.